Hi Gemini, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of January, I decided to extend the opportunity to have the 2020 sneak peek reading. So, for those of you interested in having an overall general yearly guidance, that option is still available until mid-January. And the other one is also focused in the energy of 2020, but it's based on the intentions that you desire to put. Basically, it's a reading that is called Make a Wish, where you tell me your intention for love, personal growth and evolution, and prosperity, and we'll look into the possibilities of those wishes coming to fruition or not during 2020, what might be helpful to bring them into fruition, and what might be working against it. So if you would like to know more details about those special offers or any other of my services, again, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Gemini, I do feel like January is a favorable month for some of you that have been making some sort of emotional healing work. I do feel like you're leaving behind a very dark phase, a very dark energy, a very complicated, tumultuous time where you have felt that perhaps you have been under. It's almost like a feeling like some of you Geminis have been like underwater, right? Drowning in emotions, drowning in a certain heavy, complicated feeling. And it's almost like January influence brings you to the surface. It brings you back to a point where you can see, where you can breathe, where you can feel, where you can think much more lightly and much more accurately in terms of what's really going on with your life. I feel like some of you Geminis have lost track a little bit of what's up around you, what's going on around you, due to this very heavy, extreme energy that you have felt like this pulling under effect. So, for those of you that have felt, that have felt, not at your best, that have felt sad, heartbroken, depressed, very, very surrounded by also fear, walls of fear. I do feel like I'm connecting with Geminis that really have been through a lot of a lot of things that are even hard to put into words. So for those of you, there's this beautiful opportunity to really recover during January, and I feel like you're going to be assisted through the presence of good opportunities, good friends, events that are going to help you lift up here the mood, your confidence, your the way you see yourself, the way you see your future. It is almost like some of you Geminis that I'm connecting here have lost track of your future, like the belief in the future, the belief in what's ahead of you. It's like perhaps you have felt like where you were was all that there was in terms of possibilities, and suddenly you're seeing all these options, you're seeing all of this ahead of you, and you're feeling motivated and inspired by that energy of possibilities. And I'm feeling like, again, some of you, this is, a brand new cycle that it's coming with Capricorn season, that it's very favorable. For those of you that are also looking to find, a new beginning with home matters, with family matters, with business matters, it's a very, very favorable time to put, things down in paper. I feel like some of you could be a little bit more practical when it comes to the things you have set to create, to accomplish, to do, because it's almost like you're very connected with the energy of materialization. So it's almost like you set an intention to materialize something and you can bring about it quite easily. Particularly, in terms of earth matters. So everything dealing with finances, abundance, prosperity, security, comfort, work, profession, day-to-day activities, your body, the connection with your body, your image, all of that, is quite, it's an energy that is quite active during this time in Capricorn season to, to renew, to have this source of renewal, to have this source as well of opportunity. I feel like some of you are starting something brand new in January and ahead. It's something that seems to be extending itself into actually into February and March. So there's some things occurring in terms of your work life and financial life that might have, this continuation up until March, where you might really reap a lot of benefits from something new. It could be a new job, a new opportunity, a new investment, a new shiny thing, okay, that is making you look up to the future with great promise. I feel like some of you are going to be investing, properly. So perhaps if you have in the past felt like you didn't know how to apply properly your energy and resources, now that's changed. I feel like there's something here about you growing wise and dedicated and committed to your um you know to your things, to the things you value. It's almost like um you have learned to cherish something, like to work with situations as being yours, right? You're precious. So it's the feeling of not wanting to be careless about certain things because you know how important and valuable they are to you. And now, there's again that feeling of now something you didn't before, where perhaps you were tested, where perhaps your will was tested, where perhaps your courage was tested, where perhaps you found defiance, you found an energy working against you, you found an energy that didn't allow you to have that breakthrough, that didn't allow you to have that win, that didn't allow you to have your way. And now that you know how to get things working properly in January, you really making sure that you're setting grounding rules here when it comes to your life. And I feel like you're applying rules to your money, to your work, to your home, to your relationships. You want things to be much more structured than perhaps what they have been. Again, because I feel like some of you are leaving a very nebulous, confusing, overly emotional time. And you have learned something here with the Queen of Cups. Okay, this Queen of Cups energy is again a part of that wave of emotions that you're coming out of. Now you know how to ride the wave. Now you know how to do things with all of those overwhelming emotions that prior to this experience you didn't. And now you have grown to have mastery, because queens represent mastery over the element they are representing. So water is emotions and spirituality. Now you have a certain level of mastery over emotions. They don't control you as much. You are in control of them. You are much more capable to channel properly emotion when it's needed, and to hold back when it's not, to know what to give to you, okay, what to give to yourself to find fulfillment. Actually, I feel like there's something here as well about indulgence that might be important during January. For some of you, it's because you're overdoing it. It's because there's a lot of indulgence. You can see here the Nine of Cups is in your soul position. So this is a very good card to have in a soul position. This represents how basically you will be internalizing and experiencing and processing the majority of events occurring during January for you. So you're savoring them, right? You're indulging in them. You are receptive to the good things. And when we are receptive to the good, we increase the likelihood of finding goodies all around, to have that come into our life. And I feel like you're just fulfilling voids. And it's interesting because you also have here the of Cups, which is also an energy that represents, nourishment, emotional nourishment. So it could be that you're very happy with something, and because you're very happy with something, and because you're vibrating in that frequency of happiness and joy and contentment, you are giving to yourself, okay, a lot of love, a lot of care, a lot of treats that are going to make you feel, filled up with good energy. Some of you that do some type of energy work, this could be a great time to increase again, to kind of intensify that energy, healing energy work, because I feel like you will really feel the vibe going up. You will really feel the effects, the therapeutic effects, the benefits right, that come from such therapies, you would feel and absorb much more than perhaps before, because the strength tends to bring some defenses, some thickness, right, some resistance to have that energy being received by us. This is a much more fluid, let's receive it, let's allow it, let's flow with it kind of energy. So you're in a beautiful state of flow. Okay, there's this fluid vibe and current, taking some of you Geminis just to the place where you have been missing. There's something here about some of you missing something. You could be a little bit homesick if you're not, at home, if you're not with your loved ones. This homesickness feeling could also be representative of that sense of belonging, right? That sense of wanting to be, more withdrawn, more with ourselves, more connected with intimate bonds than overly social energy. It could be that you're looking for a place to rest, for a place to call home. You're looking for a relationship that provides security. You're looking for something that provides plenty, okay? Because Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups, you want to have an abundance of everything in your life, okay? And not only you want, you know that you deserve. And that perhaps is also what's changing here when it comes to your mindset, is that January brings this opportunity for you to really understand the concept of when you understand what you deserve, when you honor that deserving energy, how much of an incredible magnet, okay, of experiences that align into that deserving energy start to happen. You start to receive the things you deserve, because now you feel like you deserve it. You deserve the love, you deserve, the money, you deserve the luxury, you deserve the opportunity, you deserve whatever you want. Set really those intentions, because you can really have this very good wish fulfillment happening. The Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment, is about making wishes come true, is about bringing to earth something divine, something we ask to the divine. So what are you asking, Gemini? There's that question of making sure you you understand, okay, your power. You understand that you're communicating all the time with your thoughts and feelings to the universe. So make sure that you're asking for the things you really desire. You're asking for the things that bring joy in your heart, even before they exist, even before they are happening, and you will see how they will be coming in to you. Now, I feel as well that for some, there's this long awaited energy happening. So something you have waited, something you have wished for, that speaks upon something very close to heart, okay? Even if it's about work and finance, it's still something very important to you. It's finally happening. There's that feeling of something finally happening, and you're just being showered with so many blessings, showered with so many things you never thought perhaps would happen to you. There's this feeling of just being in this incredible high out of nowhere. So for some of you, it's again things happening positively that caught you off guard, because they're surprising, because they're not predictable, because they're not expected, because maybe you forgot about them, maybe you lost hope upon them, and then they start to happen. Some of you, this is also because you have let go of that. You have let go of the need to have. You have let go of the attachment to the experience itself, the need itself, and so it comes back to you right away. It's almost like when you have learned to let go, when you have learned to disconnect, when you have learned to let the energy take its natural course, it gets to be so much faster to receive the things you want. I keep getting like some of you might be as well invited to something. It could be to travel, it could be to be a part of a certain group, of a certain project, to participate in something special, something that feels blessed. You are blessed in January, Geminis. You are blessed. Some of you could also be dealing something here with contests, so there might be a contest of some sort you are participating and you might be, receiving good news about it. If you have been waiting for some sort as well of allowance or permit here, something more, you know, dealing with bureaucracy, I feel like you papers and all of that stuff would also be going in your favor. I feel like if you're waiting to receive funds, okay, that's also coming. If you're waiting to receive any type of information that would add value to your life, any type of opportunity that would add value to your life, you have a very high chance of just getting the things you want during January. That's why it's so important for you to really get to understanding of what you truly want, because the highest the potential, there's also this higher danger, right? When we have this powerful magnetizing energy working through us, and we are using this power, unconsciously, we're using this power, irresponsibly as well, we can get into trouble, because, what's worse than not having what you want is perhaps not knowing what we want. I keep getting like there's a feeling of worse than, again, the no, the impossibility of having a certain desire or a certain wish met is having everything with you to make anything possible and happen, and yet not know what you wish. It's almost like that feeling of now you have the opportunity to make all the wishes you could think about, and you stop and you paralyze, because when we are confronted with a possibility we thought we would never have, this is when we're tested with the truth of, do you really know your heart's desires? Do you really know who you are, what you are about, what you truly want in life? And I'm feeling like some of you might get as well kind of tested with this. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon, and I wish you a happy new year.